In South Carolina, we do not have any feral, meaning ones that live out in the wild, colonies of Africanized bees. The only way we would get Africanized bees would be to bring them in from states that do have feral colonies of Africanized bees, because nobody raises Africanized bees except for a few scientists. What would have happened, my opinion, but the theory is they would have interbred with a managed colony in another state, and then those bees got sold however many times before they made it to our state. It could have gotten sold directly, it could have gotten sold 2 or 3 times, because the way that beekeeping works, bees are bought and sold and traded all over the United States all the time. In South Carolina, we don't have a lot of beekeepers that sell bees. The majority of bees bought come from other states. And most of them are inspected and checked, but you can't check every single hive. You just check a random sampling, so there are ones that could slip through the cracks. To you or I, you can't see the difference between an Africanized bee and a European bee. They look, even to a trained beekeeper, they look identical. The only way to determine the difference is through genetic testing in a lab. From a beekeeper standpoint, it's always an education to try to talk to folks that bees aren't just going to sting you. They're here for a purpose. They do their job, and they're not stinging you. And so you have a lot to combat if you have an Africanized bee situation. So it's a bad PR. But then from a beekeeper standpoint, they're not as productive, honey-wise, brood-wise. They're not as easily managed as a European bee. So they're problematic from that standpoint. What I was told, these bees were not that mean, so to speak, to start with. So they didn't stand out as an Africanized hive. It was just a fluke that somebody tested them.